Hi everyone, Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Sunday, October 20th, 2019, and I wanted to do a read on what's going on with Hillary Clinton and Tulsi Gabbard. This past Thursday, I think it was the 17th, Hillary went on a podcast and was talking about, mentioned that one of the Democratic candidates was being groomed by Russia or being groomed as a third-party candidate. And she said we know it was Tulsi. We know that she has issues with Tulsi. There's this idea that Tulsi is a plan or a spy or a Russian asset. I guess it's possible. But one of the things that we have to take into consideration is who's saying it and why. And so let's see what's going on here. What is this whole deal about? I'm actually quite upset by the whole thing. Upset because for a number of reasons. Probably the main one is that this is a woman attacking a woman, and saying that the woman is under the influence of these powerful men. That pisses me off the most. So let's see what this is about. Let's see what this whole kerfuffle is about. And then I want to say a couple of things at the end. So once I see what the cards say. Okay. Let's see this whole incident with Hillary and Tulsi. Okay, we have a star. Crossing the star is the world. At the root, the Three of Swords. Okay. In the past, we have the Six of Wands. In the sky, the Eight of Wands. Immediate future, the Ace of Swords. Yikes. How it's seen from the outside, the Ten of Pentacles. Domestic situation, the Father of Cups. Hopes and fears, the Ten of Cups. Outcome, the Mother of Cups. And let's see if we can pull a major arcana. We have the Seven of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Son of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Sorry. This is how I see this. This is Tulsi's star rising. Tulsi's star rising. And why is it rising? It's rising because she has hit a nerve. She has hit an idea that many people, I think, are feeling. The way that we waste money on wars and don't take care of our own people. The way we create havoc in other countries in the world and cause disruption. If you look at what happened in Iraq, Afghanistan, more Iraq than Afghanistan, and then Syria, and then Libya, how that has disrupted those countries. We went in, we changed the leaders, right? It's disrupted the countries, and we have all these immigrants coming from those countries to get out of terrible situations. Of course, the brunt of it is going to Europe, so it's stabilizing Europe. It's created this sense of nationalism and fascism throughout the countries, because people feel like, and isolationism, because they feel like they're getting overrun by people and that their life has to change because of it. It's normal. That's normal stuff for people. We all feel that way when things change. We all feel like we're being set upon by that stuff. Even the most liberal of us, we have to feel when things change like that, especially when there are things out of our control. The people who profit from that is the military-industrial complex, and that's who Tulsi's fighting against. The crossing card here is the world card. It's the end of it's the end of an old way of being and the beginning of a new way of being. And so that's what's trying to be born at this time. At the root of this situation is a sense of being betrayed. Now, who betrayed who? Well, when Tulsi quit the DNC and backed Bernie Sanders, that was more than likely a knife in the heart of Hillary Clinton. She would not go by way. She was not going to follow the rules. She was going to follow what made sense to her. She was going to follow her heart. She was going to follow the person who was going to give the people that she cared about most, her fellow soldiers and the American people, the best chance. And I think Hillary resented that. I think it was a blow, and in that respect, and by doing that, Tulsi sort of freed herself from the entanglements, okay, of the Democratic Party. Okay. In the past, we have the six of wands, and the Six of Wands is often the victory card, but the victory at what cost? And we can see that we have this beautiful, rainbow, right? Victory, yay! But down here, everything's a mess, and so I think that's Tulsi's experience in Iraq as a soldier, seeing the human cost of war. She was where all the injured and the dead came, so she got to see firsthand what the decisions of the powerful, what they wrought, and she had to live it. So she has direct experience of that. She's an Aries. Aries is all about direct experience. What's in the sky? This is the Eight of Wands is often information coming and just sort of going like what, right? But we see that there's a lightning bolt here. Lightning bolt? Yeah, a lightning bolt. And it is, and lightning bolts are generally this sense of breaking the tension. And then all of this comes out. So there's this sense of breaking through something. Now, energetically, we're all breaking through the old constraints. We have the South Node in Capricorn. We need to let go of the old structures that no longer serve, and the military-industrial complex, and these regime change wars, and being the policeman of the world is something that needs to change. Because we don't have... It'd be one thing if we were the policeman of the world and we were fair to everybody, and we said, you're not being good to your people, so we're going to have to take care of it. And on the other side, we're helping corporations destroy other parts of the world, because it's not the people who are making these decisions. It's the people who paid off the politicians that are making this decision. And this is what's everybody's seeing it now. People are seeing it for what it is. In the immediate future, we have the Sword of Justice. Again, we have lightning bolts here, and this is really and we can see that there's a there's a lambda. I remember an infinity symbol. As you sow, so shall you reap. Okay, as you sow, so shall you reap. People are becoming aware of that. We are responsible for a lot of the problems that are going on in the world today. It started under, it's seen most evidently when there's a Republican in, right? We see it. We saw it with Bush Sr. We saw it with Bush Jr. We're seeing it with Trump, but with Trump, it's a little bit of a different thing. It's like he's just like he's bungling all the best laid plans of these people. And one of the reasons why I think the whistleblower came out at this time was because the military industrial complex was being affected by what Trump was doing. Okay. So we have to be very careful about who we're listening to, because they all have skin in the game. Okay. The only one who doesn't have skin in the game for the most part are the people. How do the people feel about this? Where are the resources going? Why are we in debt up to our eyeballs, and all our taxes are going to hurt people in other countries, or to make it easier for these corporations to sort of rape the earth? If we don't allow that to happen, they're just going to go to another country. Those corporations are just going to go to China. They're going to go to Russia. And that's the thing. That's the thing. The people are like left to rot, while the corporations, while these people in charge of these countries are kowtowing to the corporations, because that can bring resources into their country. And it's not even for the people, but it's for their own power. And this is the structure that is being required to be let go of. We need to move in the direction of Cancer, of the feminine. I think one of the things that pissed me off so much about this was that it was a woman attacking a woman, saying that you are being manipulated by these strong men. I looked at Tulsi's chart. I don't think she can be manipulated. I don't. I think she believes what she believes. The full moon that happened on the was it the 13th? It was Sunday. The Sunday before this all came out. Actually, was the sun and the moon were the sun was on Tulsi's. The sun was opposite Tulsi's Mars on her Pluto, and the moon was on her Mars, and Pluto in the sky was squaring it all. So that full moon would have been a time when something came up. But Tulsi has Pluto squaring her Mars in Aries in the first house, being squared by Pluto in that 10th house. It's a last quarter crisis in consciousness square. It's when we start to question authority, and she is questioning authority in a big way, and authority doesn't like it. Authority doesn't like it. Is she an asset for Russia? She is an asset for the breaking down of the old system, and until we realize that, we need to let that go and do it in a different way. Then we have to make the change. She's just pointing out the problem. And one of the other things that I have to say about this whole thing is that as soon as Trump messed up in Syria, he's been doing so many terrible things, and now suddenly they're like, oh, he's got to go. Like, why now? Why couldn't he do it at the beginning? He's broken every rule. Yes, the Republicans are behind him, and that's why they're protecting him. But what are they protecting? They're protecting their way of life. They're protecting our way of life. And that is to go around and pick and choose who we're going to pick on. Trump is just an expression of America being a bully. And we have the Republicans and the Democrats supporting that because of this support of things like Iraq. Who didn't support Iraq? Bernie Sanders didn't support Iraq. There were others, right? He did not support that war because he saw it for what it was. Okay? Tulsi Gabbard chose to back Bernie Sanders and not back Hillary because she saw the truth of the matter. And now we have some, with Hillary casting all these dispersions. And she's the woman who just came out with a book with her daughter. Oh, gutsy women, right? Profiles of gutsy women. Great. Tulsi's a gutsy woman. Is she in your book? I don't think so. So it makes it for me, it makes it even more of a stab in the heart when it comes to, if you really want to empower women, you have to be willing to, women will never fully be in power within the patriarchal system. It's just not going to happen. All right, I'm pontificating. Let's get back to the reading. Oh my God, my head's going to blow up. How it's seen from the outside, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So people see this as the people holding all the pentacles, sort of having the influence here. Domestic situation, we have the Father of Cups. Now this is the King of Cups. Some people see this as Putin, okay? Quite frankly, I think that not Tulsi, but Hillary is playing into Putin's hands. That's what I think. But he's part of the old regime too. She's playing into his hands, not because, but because she's not backing the woman. She's not backing the woman. That's how I feel. Hopes and fears. Happiness. I don't know. And then at the outcome is the Mother of Cups, or the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. So and under it all is the Four of Pentacles, which is about power and money. This is a very hard reading to do because I like Tulsi, and I think you all know that. And I know a lot of people are turned off by her and don't trust her. And I say, go with your instincts. Go with your instincts, but don't necessarily go with what Hillary Clinton says, because she is not somebody who doesn't have skin in the game. And this is the powerful trying to hold on to the power. And they're picking on Tulsi because she has the least backing. It's harder to pick on Liz Warren, and it's harder to pick on Bernie Sanders. They're just, I feel as if the corporate Democrats, not very much different than the Republicans, are starting to shoot the fish in the barrel. And Tulsi happens to be the fish with the least following, and so it's easier to knock her down. And I think that they're going to go for Liz, and they're going to go for Bernie as well. Hopefully that's not going to happen. Hopefully they can hold their own, and there's enough people supporting them. This middle of the road stuff is no longer viable for us. This corporatist, let's agree with the Republicans doesn't work, because the Republicans will not agree with us. That ship has sailed, and the reason it sailed is because the more radical side of the Republican Party took over, and they're being backed by these corporations that are making democracy not work. Okay, we are bought and sold, and we are, as policemen of the world. The people of America aren't in charge. We're just fodder. We're cannon fodder, or we send our troops out there to do that, right? And then they rile us up. They get us all riled up. You know, the emotions are energy in motion. And when people get your emotions riled up and they get you all crazy about stuff, they're like vampires. They suck it right out of you. So if you feel yourself getting sucked dry, you have to separate yourself out of this. This is just their playbook. This is just their playbook. Is Tulsi Gabbard a Russian asset? No, she's not. She's not. She's a soldier. She sacrificed to this country. She's seen her friends die for this country. She is a warrior. Bernie Sanders is a warrior. Liz Warren is a warrior. Just about everybody else is a politician. So I don't actually even know if I finished that reading because I was so riled up. I don't actually know if I'm going to put this up because of that. This was more of an opinion piece, I think. So, and I have to say I'm a little scared to put it up because I like to bring peace and harmony. I like to raise the vibration. But I also think that we need to see things for what they are. Now, that's how I'm seeing it, and I could be wrong. I don't have all the information. I just looking at the chart. I'm looking at the chart, and I'm seeing Tulsi Gabbard as someone who's getting attacked by the people who have the most to lose. That's what I'm seeing. So that's what I think. And I know there are a lot of readers out there who are talking about her being an asset. They're saying it. They're repeating what's being said on the media. And that concerns me. We have a lot of influence. So I'm telling you what I think. I'm not asking you to believe what I believe. I'm just telling you how I see it. And you make your decision. You make your decision. I do not want to influence you in that respect, but I thought you might like to know what I saw and what I see. So, goodness gracious. And if I've disrupted your peace because of these things I'm saying, it wasn't my intention. Have yourself a great night. Like and subscribe if you want. I'll see you again tomorrow when we do our astrology of the day. And take care of yourselves. We're all in this together. All of this picking apart and pointing fingers isn't going to work. That's not what we want to do. We need to find common ground. We need to find what's best for most or all people if we can, right? Okay. I think I might have another beer. I didn't have a beer today. I'm totally not nothing. This is just a cup of coffee and a little lunch. Okay. Take care.